Your heart has been beating since before you were born, and it hasn't taken a single break. But here's the scary truth. Someone somewhere has a heart attack every few minutes, and many of them never saw it coming. What if I told you in the next few minutes you could learn the signs, the risks, and the simple steps that might save your life or the life of someone you love? Let's talk about the real story of heart attacks. No complicated medical terms, just the truth you need to know. When most people think of a heart attack, they picture it happening out of nowhere. 1 second you're fine, the next you're clutching your chest. And yes, it can feel sudden. But the truth is, a heart attack is often the final chapter in a story your body has been writing for years. Here's what's happening. A heart attack starts when blood flow to part of your heart muscle gets blocked. Your heart is a tireless pump. It needs a steady supply of oxygen-rich blood to keep you alive. That blood reaches your heart through small vessels called coronary arteries. Over time, these arteries can narrow because of fatty deposits building up inside. Think of it like rust and gunk building up inside an old water pipe. That build-up is called plaque, and it's caused by a process called atherosclerosis. Here's the tricky part. This narrowing often doesn't cause any warning signs at first. You can live your life completely unaware that your arteries are slowly getting tighter. The real trouble begins when a plaque ruptures. Your body thinks it's an injury, so it rushes to form a clot. But in this case, that clot can completely block the artery. And when blood can't reach part of your heart muscle, that part begins to die. That's the heart attack. Now, here's something many people don't realise. Heart attacks don't always feel the same for everyone. The classic sign, crushing chest pain, like an elephant sitting on your chest. Sometimes the pain spreads to your left arm, jaw, or back. But it's not always like that, especially for women. Some people feel short of breath, some feel nauseous, some get dizzy, unusually tired, or feel discomfort in the stomach or neck. Some even think it's just heartburn or stress. That's why knowing your own body and paying attention to unusual changes is so important. Now let's talk about the why. Many risk factors are in your control. Smoking, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, obesity, uncontrolled diabetes, too much sitting, too little moving, and yes, your genes play a role. If heart problems run in your family, your risk is higher. But even then, healthy choices can lower that risk in a big way. Think of your heart like a car engine. You wouldn't expect it to run perfectly for decades without maintenance. Your body works the same way. A balanced diet with plenty of vegetables, fruits, lean proteins and healthy fats helps keep arteries clear. Regular movement, even just brisk walking for 30 minutes a day, strengthens your heart and improves circulation. Managing stress, limiting alcohol, avoiding smoking. These are like giving your heart the best possible fuel. Here's a fact you can't forget. Timing is everything. The longer your heart muscle goes without blood flow, the more damage is done. That's why acting fast is critical. If you think you or someone near you might be having a heart attack, don't wait. Don't see if it goes away. Call emergency services right away. Getting to the hospital quickly can mean the difference between life and death, and between a full recovery or permanent damage. And here's the rule. If you're not sure, get checked. It's better to have a false alarm than to be too late. Surviving a heart attack is not the end of the journey. It's the beginning of recovery. Cardiac rehabilitation programs are amazing for this. They help you rebuild strength, guide you through safe exercise, teach you nutrition, and give you tools to manage stress. People who complete cardiac rehab live longer and feel better than those who don't. Something else happens after many heart attacks. People call it their wake-up call. They start rethinking their habits, their stress levels, even how they spend their time. Some say it feels like getting a second chance. But here's the truth, not everyone gets that second chance. That's why prevention matters so much. So here's my message to you. Heart attacks are serious, but they're not completely out of your control. Know the risks, spot the signs early, and make heart-healthy choices every day. Your heart has worked non-stop for you your whole life. Maybe it's time to start working for it. Eat well, move often, manage stress, get checkups, and listen to your body. Because in the end, the little things you do for your heart today could be the biggest reason it keeps beating strong for years to come.